All right, so we are here with Prime fucking Society. Prime Society. So I'm going to read this off to you guys. Get a good intro going for you all.
Let's do it.
Prime Society is a Southwest neo-soul rap group based in Phoenix, Arizona. You guys just released your album. You guys released your album, The World Is Yours.
Indeed.
The World Is Yours. And it features singles After Dark and Paradise. And Paradise landed you guys on Discovery Weekly and number 2 on the global top 150 independent charts on digital radio.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that?
We don't have a lot of accolades right now. So to have one is cool.
Yeah.
So obviously you guys have been a band for quite a while. How long have you guys been a band for?
This is our third year.
Third year.
Being
okay.
a band, yeah.
And you guys played numerous shows. So when you guys play shows, fans come to see your show, and new fans that come to see your guys' show that have never seen you guys perform yet, when they see your show, what can they expect from you guys? Live, the energy, everything.
Honestly, man, we're really charismatic. We got a lot of chemistry. So we spend a lot of time together, just outside of music, just, hanging out, doing stuff. Just so it really shows on stage. We have a lot of chemistry, a lot of fun on stage. You're obviously going to get good music, you know what I mean? But all of that camaraderie, really shows up on stage, bro.
I've seen you guys perform several times, actually.
You
I've
have?
seen you guys perform at the Valley Bar. Where else? Nile Underground?
You've seen
you guys
us
perform
before.
there? Nile Underground. My favorite place that I've seen you guys perform at was the Suns Arena.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, the Suns Arena. Yeah, that was great.
That was
What was that
phenomenal.
experience like for you guys?
That was really surreal, especially being born and raised in Arizona personally and being a Suns fan. Rip. But it was really cool, growing up watching all of those games on TV, and just wanting to at least bare minimum be in the arena to watch, let alone performing and just being a part of that whole show,
Yeah.
So it was really cool, especially in a time when, we're not as notoriously bad as we have been in the past. So we were actually in the playoffs and they had eyes on us and things like that. So it was really cool. And it was didn't feel real in the moment, but then when you really step back from it and kind of take that time to really think about it, it's no, yeah, you were just in the stands performing, people were cheering you on. They did they had the video and everything for us to run back. We've got that on our YouTube page and everything. So it was really crazy to really have that sink in and be yeah, we've done that. So it's a huge thing to check off of our bucket list, especially starting here.
Literally,
doing something that big. So.
And you guys have been a band for 3 years now.
This is our third year.
Third year.
Yeah.
So how did you guys come together as a band?
So I guess we've been doing shows together since 2018, I think. Shai, is that right? Is that 2018?
I want to say 17.
2017.
Yeah.
And we were just a rap group, so we didn't do we didn't play any instruments. I was just producing, and then Shai had the hooks and Miles had the verses. So
straight up rap.
Jay had the verses
before
too,
the
bro.
R&B singing.
Shai was
too.
in his development phase, and I think we all were. Prime Society was in its development phase. So we did a lot. To be honest, we've done a lot. We did a lot bigger shows as a trio that way than we have even as a band.
Yeah.
But in 2020, actually no, in 2018 or 19, we started doing a comedy show where our boy Reese, shout out Reese Muniz, but he had a show at the Cuff in downtown Glendale. He invited us to come play while people were just getting in the seats, when doors opened, and he's like, hey, you guys should come play. And obviously I play instruments, so I'm like, okay, well, let's get a band together. So we kind of just went with the idea, and we really just used that little bit of money to pay for I think it was Buckteeth, what we were working on at that time. And we had no intentions on really becoming a band. But then from that point, we kind of started getting booked as a band. Mm-hmm. So we just went with that. We're musicians, and we had a few bad experiences as a trio and as a rap group, which kind of forced us to be you know what, let's just go with what we know. And we know music. So
I honestly, the more I think about that, I feel that part was bound to happen.
Yeah.
Even as cool and as fun as it was for that initial trio and all the things that we did with that, I think part of why it felt like more like tougher than it had to be in that time. Is like, yeah, we were capable of like staying in that rap lane and doing all of that, but like we knew we had more on the table, more that we could have to offer.
Yeah.
It didn't really feel like we were in our lane doing what we were supposed to do.
Yeah. Right.
We got booed off stage.
Yeah, not to like, you know, discredit rap music or anything like that. You know what I mean? But it was like,
grew up on that.
It was hard for our talent to like truly stand out above somebody else who, I don't know, made beats at their house and recorded in their closet. You know what I mean? It's hard for somebody who doesn't have a trained ear to like differentiate like from talent from somebody who just kind of treats it as a hobby. So
It's hard. Like, I feel like rap is in such a like subjective phase where like you don't even know what's good. Like you can hear Playboi Carti and he's great, and you can hear someone who sounds kind of similar and this dude's trash. You know what I mean? So you just don't know, and it's.
Do you think the sound is like oversaturated a little bit? Like
I think that it's just I wouldn't use the term oversaturated. I would just use the term that it's very accessible, and that's okay. I feel like anyone who wants to make music should be able to make music. For us, it was just more like, you know, Miles is a classically trained pianist. I am too, you know, and we grew up playing instruments. So at a certain point, it just didn't make sense for us. We got like booed off stage opening for the baby,
dude,
and it was like one of like
not just booed off
just
stage,
that,
like we got flipped off. Like I remember looking out into the crowd at one point, and like there was just a girl like giving me a double fucking
like a double.
Oh yeah,
a double.
A few rows back, there's like three guys doing the same shit.
Like she hit this man
throwing
with the
candy
Stone
at
Cold
us.
Steve
So,
Austin.
like the stunner, like
So we had this thing,
bro. Like
we had this thing where we would give out Skittles and candy to the crowd, and it always worked. Like I mean,
always went well.
tons of shows. We won them over. And this specific show was just it wasn't.
Was it demeaning? Like
it was. I'm gonna tell you how demeaning it was.
hold up, I'm gonna say it like this.
So this
he's gonna say
about gummy bears.
so I'm gonna tell you what it was like. So this dude had just and I maybe get my dates mixed up, but either way, this still happened. This dude had just gotten in a car crash. He was in a boot, limping around, right?
God. I didn't even stay in the venue. As soon as I could leave that place, I left. That's how in pain I was. My leg was like, doo, 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 like.
Oh,
and so yeah, this dude broke his leg, broke his foot. He's in a boot, still makes it to the show. We were on stage. We can't hear ourselves, so like we're in here like shouting on the mics, screaming. We can't hear anything. We're trying to tell the front of the house. We're like, hey, we can't hear anything. But to the crowd, it's just a bunch of random niggas screaming in the mic. So it sounded terrible on their end. We couldn't hear anything, so we had no idea. The night was just going bad. The concert was rescheduled like 3-4 times. People were super frustrated. We gave out the Skittles, and they started throwing them back at us.
Well, how
Wait,
long?
Did you mention that the baby was late as fuck?
Yeah, I mean,
How long were you guys playing until people started booing? And
so like,
throwing
I mean,
shit?
it was from the jump. So like,
Yeah.
The longer version of the story is this was the time where like the baby he like broke his hand because he punched some dude. You remember that? He like beat some dude's ass, and he broke his hand. So he rescheduled the show. So he rescheduled the show once. Let's just say he rescheduled it, by a month later. So his tour is gone. His other artists that are on the tour are off the tour. They're on other tours. And now it's just the baby headlining and Prime Society open. These are the only two acts on this show.
So now people are comparing. And
let me tell you something. This was our moment. This was like us. We were like, yo, it's only Prime Society and the baby. At the press room, sold the fuck out. Now, what happened next was like, you never see this shit happen. So he goes, not only did he reschedule it a month out, probably like 3 weeks before, he goes, you know what? I'm actually going to move it closer. So instead of it being a month out now, it's like 2 weeks out. So people were like, wait, what? You moved up the date? So people were just so frustrated. It got rescheduled twice. The DJ who was DJing wasn't his DJ. It was a local DJ who was bringing
it's
up.
like you're bringing up flashbacks.
It's all coming back.
It's all coming back.
This DJ is bringing up like
Stressful.
artist after artist, just doing one song, just a bunch of garbage ass artists. And after every artist, he goes, who's ready for the baby? And these people are like, no fucking shit. We've been waiting months. Yeah. So then we finally got on stage, and we're like the 9th act at this point.
Oh my god!
But we're the only ones who had an actual set, and we were just like, okay, well, let's take advantage of it. It was we got guitar. It's like Guitar Hero where you start fucking up, and it's just like get the fuck out of here. Like that's
So it's probably safe to say that was probably your guys'
Bro,
worst experience performing.
that
live.
was pretty much when we were like, you know what?
Yeah.
I remember.
let's be a band.
I remember I first met you guys at Cal's birthday party
be a band.
in 2020.
Yeah.
Me and Malachi did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's probably around the same time you guys were doing
Yeah.
your thing.
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
were-
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That
Yeah.
was-
Yeah, bro. That dude said, "Are y'all ready to see the baby? Yeah. Who's ready to see the baby? Yeah. Here's Prime Society."
Oh
we said,
my God, that's
bro,
probably what
we
yeah.
said.
Yeah, it was bad.
On top of like their patience was already gone. At this
Gone.
point.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he had already pulled that like 4 times. So
Damn.
So that was the defining moment for us, really, honestly.
Yeah.
We probably did a couple shows after that, but pretty much like after that moment, we're kind of like something has to change.
Like,
so.
yeah,
my
we got to do
God.
something else.
Yeah.
We got to figure this out.
Nothing was catching. Like we made a bunch of music, and I still think a lot of those songs are good. We made a bunch of music, played a lot of big shows. Nothing was sticking. The second we picked up instruments, it all started to stick. So it was like it was just meant to happen.
So you guys are the original members, like you two. And then when did you pick up? When did they pick you up, Shy?
like 2016, 2017.
2016.
Because that was when I started college. And
Yeah.
I met
2016. It was
them-
like September.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I met them at ASU because we would all hoop up there, things like that.
Oh,
We had
nice.
mutual friends that we played basketball with, and then one way or another, like we always end up talking about music to some extent because that's what we eat, sleep, and breathe, passionate about it. So, and then it came up through one of our mutual friends that I sing every now and then. At this point, I didn't have like any classical training, nothing like that, nothing
Yeah.
like these dudes. Like it was just like something I do every now and then, you know, like sing in the car, shower
Yeah,
type
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, that doesn't sound terrible.
Yeah.
So it was like that kind of deal. And then word got to him, which is like the most Birdman ass, hustling ass nigga I've ever seen. in my life.
Wait, wow.
Oh no, like and not in a bad way. I mean like it's strictly in like the like chase a bag and like find the next opportunity type of way. So as soon as he found out like, oh, there's a local nigga here that can sing, it just so happens I need this track finished up and I can't find
Ooh.
nobody that can sing. So he ended up running that by me, and like that part still blows my mind to this day because like I get like we all deal with bullshit every day of our lives.
Yeah.
Like from strangers, people we don't know. And like you could easily be like, man, just fuck out of here. I'm not entertaining this. I'm gonna go on about my way. So like I don't know what it was, but like I could tell like right away he was a cool stand-up dude. Like we just clicked right away. He was convinced me to go work on the song over at his house, and like everybody was there. We had a studio session. We just like hit the
So
ground
you guys
running.
clicked.
Everybody hit it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from there it was just like, nah, I'm having a good time with these dudes. I don't know a lot of people out in Tempe, so I'm really like essentially getting my own independent life started at this point. So
That's
gotta
cool.
find my lane, find people that I rock with, people that I can be comfortable with like
Yeah.
that, and it couldn't have worked out any better. I've been running with them ever since, man. So
And we were talking before this was filming. You don't like the name Prime Society.
I never did.
Why is that? Like you just found this
that's
out.
news to me. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it just like generically sounds great. Like, you know what I mean? You say it and you're like,
And you came up with the name.
yeah, I came up with the name. Yeah, I came up with the name. It was me and my friend Carson and Tanner. We were in like 6th period math, and we were just like, I was thinking about making a group like Odd Future, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
we're like, okay, what's a good name? And we just start coming up with all these names, like, okay, what's gonna stick the most? And like Prime Society, it was like, okay, well that sounds good. So we kind of ran with it, and that was when I was in high school, and then we kind of just I had dudes who skated in the group. It was just like more like a thing, more like almost like a gang than it was, you know, anything else. And we just had all of our friends who were, you know, in Prime Society, you know.
Yeah.
And then eventually it just now we're a band. So it's
Nice.
But I never
evolved,
I've
for sure,
pitched even when we changed to a band, I was like, this is a perfect opportunity
For us
to change this fucking name. I was like, this is great.
It might eventually happen.
Now it's different, and we got to change the name. We got to change the name,
Yeah.
and no one wanted to change the
I
name.
remember that actually. You did try so hard to
I
rebrand.
I had
Tried
all
so
these
hard.
names. I'm like, bro, let's just change the name. It's our time. We're a whole different group. We're gonna change the name. Never did.
So you're stuck
and
with
it's
it now.
here. Yeah,
I
and,
feel
you know,
like I feel like nothing clicked the same way.
Yeah.
And it's like personally,
And
I
people already
hate
know you
trying
guys
to-
as Prime Society.
people don't forget it either. Like no one ever like knows our band and then forgets the name. Like it's not like it sticks, you know. So it's
Yeah.
like it's important. So
Then yeah, obviously it does its job, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
And a lot of people don't know this about you guys, but you guys are brothers.
are we?
Miles and Jay Reed are brothers.
I didn't know that.
that's crazy.
You didn't know that?
I just found out right now.
That's
actually.
crazy.
Well, there you guys go.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Now you guys are brothers for life.
Indeed, this is like breaking news, bro.
Yeah, breaking news. And Miles, you have a kid, right?
Man, yeah, 3 kids.
3 kids.
Three kids,
How is
yeah.
father life?
Father life is great, man.
Yeah.
It's really cool to have like, you know, little ones that unconditionally love you. So like it's really dope, bro. It's
Awesome.
honestly, yeah, man. It's really cool, bro. It's, you know, it's expensive, but like it's fun, bro. It definitely has its perks.
You're managing it, yeah.
Absolutely.
Do
bro,
they jam
absolutely.
your guys' music?
Oh yeah, man. I let them listen to the edited versions of our tracks, bro. You know, I can't be having the wrong idea.
That
They
awkward
mad,
moment when they're all
Dude.
edited because of him.
Jalen was going around singing "I Don't Give a Damn."
She sure, yo.
Yeah,
that's
she was
like
dropped that
2.5,
shit,
bro,
she was a
just
little baby going around cussing.
And that means you're an uncle.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's-
how's
it's,
uncle life for you?
it's great. I love Ashton and Jalen. They're like my rocks, man. And,
Yeah.
I'd do anything, for my nieces, my nephews.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I would imagine it's like being a dad, but I can give the motherfuckers back.
Yeah.
After I'm, I mean, I go spend 5 hours with them, be the cool uncle, and be like, all right, go home. Like,
Give them back to Miles.
Yeah.
Yep,
Okay, now.
Where's your dad at?
Okay, get out of here now. So it's like it's fun for me. I get to go home and sleep peacefully at night. So without any kids. So
Yeah. So you guys as a band, you guys have performed in a lot of places. What is your guys' goals into 2023? We're still very early into 2023, obviously.
Yeah.
So what are your guys' goals for this year?
I feel like we just talked about this. I think it's most realistic for us to hit the road for sure this year. For us to release the project that we want to release. Not saying that these projects that we've released aren't the project that we want, but this is the project, like the one that we're gonna drop next, Complicated Memories. This is the album.
project.
So like this next project.
You guys still working on it?
Yeah, well, I mean, we work on
absolutely.
it. We work on it every week now. We're taking it slow because we just dropped 2 projects, and from October to December, so it's like 26 new songs that we dropped. So
The
hopefully-
deluxe?
yeah, the deluxe. So
deluxe,
hopefully
yeah.
that can hold people over, buy us some time to actually take our time to get this right, and releasing that is a goal for me for sure. But if it doesn't happen, I completely understand. But that and hitting the road, I think are top 2 for me. We got to hit the road.
And staying sexy as fuck.
Yeah, you got to say
Say
sexy.
that's-
I
yeah,
get it.
guys,
that was
you
going to
guys-
happen.
yeah,
we didn't write
yeah,
that one down.
yeah,
that one
yeah.
just.
Look at your guys. Look what you guys are
Right.
wearing too. Like, come
Nah,
on, you
man,
guys
it's
are
given.
fly as fuck. Yeah, I like that jersey, by the way.
Appreciate
We got
it.
the big
Appreciate
fly
it,
for
man.
you, bro.
Yo, hey, honestly, if I could show you the back, it's a signed Clyde Drexler, but I ain't gonna flex it.
Oh,
Like
I
that.
saw it actually. I saw it when I was Who's your? I think I know your top 5. I think we talked about these. Your top 5 NBA players.
Oh,
we might have talked about it.
Did we? Well, Steve Nash is definitely.
Steve Nash is up there. Like,
yeah.
who's your guys' top 5 NBA?
Steve Nash is in my top 5 as well.
What about
I
you,
would say-
Miles?
Of all time?
Top 5 now or of all
Oh
time?
man, that's hard. Yeah, my favorite player is top 5 all time.
It's Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
Fuck,
Yeah,
I get-
yeah.
All right, Allen
Bro,
Iverson,
just answer
Kobe,
the-
Gilbert Arenas,
Not a lot of people say Gilbert Arenas. That's
love Gilbert
crazy.
Arenas.
Yeah.
Damian Lillard, Nick Young,
Nick Young.
Swaggy P.
Nick Young.
Swaggy P.
Why Nick Young? I mean, he's a great player, but
Honestly,
I don't hear
he's
that.
a
I don't hear
he's a
that.
good player.
He's a
Nick, hey,
let's not
he's,
just
he's,
throw around
he's,
the
a,
great
he's a good player.
word.
Nick Young is good. Nick Young is
He
good.
shot a ball and turned around like Steph Curry and it rimmed out of the.
Exactly.
Come on,
That
legendary
wouldn't
team.
happen to
Yeah,
you.
legendary.
Let's just
That-
not throw around great.
There are just sometimes moments. Honestly, an honorary 6 might be J.R. Smith is one of my favorites, bro. Like
But why do you like Nick Young?
Nick Young, man. Nick Young is just charismatic, bro. I like the charisma, bro. You can't
Yeah,
teach
yeah.
charisma, bro. Like
That's true.
He's the Jack Black of the NBA.
I like
Wait,
that.
how?
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
He's a clown.
He's just charisma.
He's a
he's just charismatic. That's Jack Black.
It's an electric
charismatic as a
personality
kid,
right
Yeah,
there.
he's
What about you?
charismatic.
What's your top 5?
Top 5. Man. You would think I get asked this question more often, but no, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve Nash, for sure.
He's in my top 5.
LeBron, Kobe. That one still, still gets to me for sure.
That's
I know,
that's
yeah.
my top 3 for sure.
Man,
Steve.
And on top of that, man, it's just I got a top 3 for sure. The rest of them, those last 2 spots, they change up as we go. We draft new players. I watch college and NBA, so it's
Yeah.
But Allen Iverson is definitely one of the more iconic ones too. So it's easy to go to those ones that we grew up with, the ones that really got me into basketball.
Allen Iverson changed the game when it does come to style, like how NBA players dress
yeah.
going into games and all that.
He will never
Yeah.
get enough credit for that.
Bro,
Yeah.
No,
Look,
not
he
at
brought
all.
a huge part of like culture to basketball.
Oh yeah,
He did.
Yeah, very responsible for that, bro.
Yeah, he did. And do you guys play basketball often? Like in general, do you guys play basketball?
I mean, I don't know about.
Not as often as I would like to lately. But
I play
not
like-
proud of that. But
I play like
do.
a professional basketball player
Yeah.
at this point, so yeah.
Yeah, Shy
I play all the
retired.
time.
Shy retired.
Shy's
I'm trying to get
retired.
out of retirement.
This
I
dude's
Oh,
too,
come on.
he's the dude who's scared to like rolling an ankle or
Yes,
something.
this man is on the
Bro, I get the
reserve.
stupidest injuries. I get the dumbest injuries.
Some
in
dude
play, bro.
karate
Injury
chopped
prone?
his hand.
Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some dude
I
karate.
hate
You
it.
need some fucking milk. This dude got his hand karate chopped and fucking.
Bro, niggas be
broke his
diving at my
finger.
ankles, bro.
Like, bro, just some dude just karate chopped his hand and just straight up broke his finger. I've never seen anything like it in my life.
broke
bro.
your finger.
I be getting sabotaged in
crazy,
pickup,
bro.
bro. I
No,
Euro stepped in through the lane, and he was like, "Oh,
Hey,
karate chopped my shit, bro." I couldn't even get the layup off, and like I brought my hand back down, and this shit was like, off.
bad. It was-
like, yeah. I was
Yeah,
like, well, damn.
I've seen Shy break his literally break his ankle.
It was probably
literally
like the
break a
second play.
finger. Like I've seen him roll the ankles again. I've seen him
what's going on,
get like so
I
many
was the
injuries.
same
it's not
guy
even
who stepped
funny.
on my foot when I broke my ankle that time. Like,
Man,
I
there-
screamed to the gods on that one, bro. Like
You bellowed
like yeah, the whole gym got quiet. It was bad.
to the heavens.
I knew it was bad too. Right when I heard the pop, I just laid there for like another 2 hours on the pictures.
Oh my!
I
What was
knew
your
it was
worst
a wrap.
injury though?
That one.
That one.
Bro, he
That
was
was
like
it.
grabbing the court, bro. You know, like you try to like
Like it was sad. And he was crawling
he's
away,
just crawling,
bro.
like grabbing.
I was crawling away like Anakin, dog.
yeah,
It was
like,
a wrap.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
tough,
it
bro.
was-
yeah, bro.
I was guarding you. We played basketball. I was guarding you. You just fly right past me.
Yeah,
I'm not good at defense or shit, but
I had to give you all the work. You know?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
cross
about
me
that.
up.
It wasn't like the right
I
time
almost
to do
twisted my
it.
ankle when he crossed me up. So, I mean,
That's
But I
prime
gave-
point guard right there.
Individually, I think I gave like 10 people buckets. Just
it happens,
straight up
man.
10 in a row.
happens.
But I was.
are you a good player, Miles?
Oh, absolutely, bro. You put Jay and I on the same team, bro, you got some big problems.
Who win between you two?
Oh, that's tough, man. It's a toss-up. But
One-on-one.
honestly, when we were kids, bro, are you serious?
What year is this?
Wow, this is
Maybe
crazy,
like
bro.
2005.
I'm
Wow,
so
this
glad
is
you brought this
crazy.
up, bro.
I was about to
That
say
was
when we
just
were,
like-
I was about to
this is my
say when we
favorite
were
pastime right
kids.
here.
When we were kids, I used to smoke Jay because I mean, you know, I'm a couple years older. But like, you know, as we grew up, bro, like I mean, Jay's
when
got a
the playing
strap,
field
bro.
got
Like
leveled.
you got a jumper, man. So you know, it's kind of hard to defend a jumper. But
He's better at defense than me, and he's more athletic than I am. Obviously,
yeah,
he's taller than me.
Jay got a better jumper.
But I just
You do. You have a sweet jumper.
I have,
His
a, I, have
jumper's
a,
sweet.
I have a decent jump shot, decent handle, and I just try to embarrass people pretty much. So that's like my MO. So
Yeah.
I'll do whatever I can if I could. At the end of
We
end
played
of
it
the
with
play, yeah.
John Cornelio too.
Yeah, we did. I busted his ankles too.
Dude, yeah, he's
Step your fucking shit up, John.
John.
Yeah,
Step
come
your
on.
fucking game up. Step your
John,
fucking
come on.
game up, John.
John,
Step your
John.
fucking shit up, bro.
Damn.
I gave you the works, bro.
You collaborated with him on stage.
Yeah.
And what's that like collaborating with John Cornelio? Like just making music with him and performing with him live?
I describe John to be Quincy Jones, like in the way that he is a bully in sorts of when it comes to his music. Like he wants it this way specifically.
He's very OCD when it comes to certain things.
Yeah,
I
he
know.
has a very executive producer mindset. I respect where John comes from. But he's very easy to work with. Like John is not hard to work with. He's very easy to work with. I love working with John. What it's like working with him is just he is charismatic as well. Like on stage,
He's very charismatic.
Yeah, he's definitely a star. And he lets you be free.
Yeah.
He lets you be free. He wants because he'll be like, Jay Reed, don't be playing wrong notes. I'm like, I fucking play wrong notes and you hired me, bro. Like don't like what the fuck? Like, I'm gonna do some jazz shit up there. You know what I mean? So, but then when we get on stage, he's just like, bro, that sounded so good. I'm like, see, that's why you got me up here, man. So it's great working with John. I think the sad boy music is something that I needed in my life, and I didn't know I needed it, but I needed it, man.
Why you say that?
It brings some emotion out of me,
Yeah, it
dog.
brings
You know what I mean?
good emotion,
I'm around rappers and, hip hop all the time. I don't get the sad boy music all the time,
So like
I ran the sad boy shit too much.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you guys as a band, like is there anyone that you guys would like to collaborate with that you guys haven't collaborated with yet? Miles?
I mean, like locally,
Locally. Let's start off locally.
man.
I'll straight up say no.
Yeah, fuck.
Like I don't want to like as far as like musicians, like any musician, I would love to collaborate with any like talented musician. Period. As far as like vocally, Nah,
Not
like
vocally.
we're a band, so like
Yeah.
we just
Stick
need each
it-
other.
stick
Yeah,
it
we
that way.
we need each other. I've
Yeah.
never seen Chili Peppers featuring someone. I've never seen the
Yeah.
Beatles featuring someone. So
Yeah.
at this point, I'm
Yeah.
very content on working with us. I think
The music scene out here in Phoenix is incredible, though.
It
Like,
is.
I
I
just
mean,
love
yeah,
it.
I mean,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
We definitely collab. I mean,
Yeah.
as far as like collaborations, we have people like come to our jam sessions. They pull up. We work on music. They spit freestyles.
I produce records.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely. Like,
I love producing records for sure.
definitely. We
Nice.
definitely do all that. But as far as like having people feature on our stuff a lot, that doesn't really happen.
Unless you're Kel.
Yeah.
Like unless you're in the Colory. Really, it's
Yeah.
Kel, Emmett, Germ. We have a Christmas song, and I had Germ play the bass on it. So it's like
Nice. I was about to ask, so like, how did you guys in the Color 8 like start getting together?
Well, I'll actually answer this question.
You'll
because
answer it?
This is
You'll
this
answer
is
it?
def- this is
That's
definitely my
JP
question
right there,
to
sure.
answer. So back in I think this was 2015 when they opened for Lil Wayne, I sent him an email it was either email or it was a Facebook message, and I was just like, "Yo, I'm a producer. Like, let me fucking produce for y'all. Like, let's link up." And I sent him some messages or some samples of the music that I'd been working on at the time. I'm like, "Bro, let's link up. Let me produce for y'all. I promise I'll be the best producer, for Color."
Yeah, that's great.
Completely ignored. Paid me no attention whatsoever.
Blew this nigga off.
Years go by, and it's I want to say 2018, and I hit up Kel to do a solo on the Buck Teeth project that we were working on before we were a band. I hit up Kel, and he came through, and I think he just realized, he was just like,
Oh shit.
damn.
These
He's
niggas.
like, yeah. Like, bro, me and Kel, we just hit it off. We're very similar. It was like a very easy friendship to happen. And then once I met Emmett, Germ, and Ashton, it's like
They're all awesome people.
These
Yeah.
dudes are super easy to get along with. And we respect each other. We have so much in common as far as it goes, like our music mindset, our goals, how we go about our work ethic. And they inspire us. They've done so much. Emmett wrote Outcast. He gave that song to us. Like, that's Emmett's song.
We made Coffin when we jammed out with them. Like, we've done a lot of jam sessions with them. They come to our practices, vice versa.
I'm in a lot of their studio sessions helping them, write stuff or arrange. And Emmett will always invite me to
Outcast
get
is
my
actually one of
2 cents.
my favorite songs off
Yeah,
your guys'
that's
album.
all. Yeah,
Shit,
shout out to
okay.
Emmett.
Yeah.
Kel
Oh, yeah.
played the guitar. He produced "Been Praying" actually on the
He has
deluxe album.
he has like 6.
Yeah,
he's on like
he's on a
6
few.
different
Yeah.
songs,
Wow.
There's
or
a lot of
7
credit
or
on
8.
that one, like-
He's like our only feature. Is pretty much
pretty
Kel.
much, like,
Yeah.
Pretty-
And then besides Escape,
yeah.
but that's like our
Yeah,
most recent
London
one.
Escape
and,
and
that
Damon,
legendary
yeah.
Dre
too,
and
so,
David.
yeah.
Shouts
When
out
features
David
happen,
Yeah, when features happen, they're
They're
great.
happy,
yeah.
But
Yeah, that's really dope, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
we-
cool that you guys like formed a bond with them. Too.
yeah, and it just happened naturally. Like
Yeah.
it just taught me like you can't force anything. Like, it's gonna happen. And it was I saw it like, bro, I know I'm gonna get along with these dudes. I know like these dudes are gonna fuck with me, and that's like a long time ago. And then eventually it just happens that I live with Kel.
There
now.
you go.
So
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah.
You can't force anything. Everything is gonna happen that needs to happen.
Yeah.
So
But then we all clicked too. Like we all met. Like we started intertwining both bands, and we all pretty much meshed right there. Like one big group. It's kind of crazy.
So, what are the struggles of being a band too? Because there's obviously it's not a 100% perfect all rainbows being in a
Being
band.
underpaid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
I was about to say, like
Yeah.
the fact that everything is like divided by like 4 to 6, essentially. Like
Yeah.
you have to have everyone on the same page in every instance, so we can do everything to the best of our ability. All of that hard work, like the payout has to be divided, because we're all doing our part. So that part, like, it just makes things naturally move a little bit slower on that end. If it was just one person who was Prime Society and you're getting
Right.
the same payout as 6 people for the same set, then that would be way different. But we all know that we have the same goal in mind, and like this
And
is
that's
what we're
what helps.
passionate about. So
See,
yeah,
as a band, I think it's really tough because people don't understand how expensive live music is, or like what it really takes to be able to play live music.
Yes, yes.
And that's really the problem, because somebody will
Yes.
call you and be like, "Hey, I have this an hour that I need you to play and do live music," and it's like, okay, we can do that, but then they'll say, "Oh, I need you guys. It'll be $250." It's like, okay, that would be nice if it was just a singer and a guitarist, but You're asking a 5-piece band
Splitting
to
250
to come in to play for an hour. Not because it's hard to fill an hour.
You're asking 4 to 5 dudes, no matter who the band is. You're asking multiple people to stop what they're doing in their life to go do something for you. And you want to pay a group of people like $200. It's like
to make your night. Most
yeah,
times,
exactly. Yeah, and if we're great, we're gonna be the highlight of it. You know, it doesn't matter if it's us or any other band. If a band kills it, like that's it. Like the room is yours for the rest of the night. You know, so for the band to make less than the bar half the night, you know, it's like it struggles just like bargaining for our own worth half the time. You know,
And I'm sure like that also can take a toll if you guys are touring, right?
Yeah. And especially like being independent, I think the fact that we have to, always set up everything ourselves, tear down everything ourselves, run all the business we have to run, we have to post on our page, we have to do everything, negotiate contracts. It's very tough, for an independent artist you have to be on top of your shit. There's no room for you there's no room for self-doubt. There's no room for you to slack off. There's no room for super blackout drunk nights. Like there's just not room for that unless you have like a label behind you or you have people who are working for you. There's just not a lot of room for that if you want to be successful. So
would you guys ever consider going the label route?
I'd sell my soul.
Yeah. I would consider anything that keep me away from this day.
I'd sell shots.
Literally, yeah.
I think anything that could get us.
I heard that, by the way.
I think it would have to be right. You know what I mean? It would have to be something
Obviously
where
look into it and
where we would own our music and.
Not going to throw ourselves into the fire and have it mean nothing.
Yeah,
I know
and we're not a
exactly,
band who's like
you guys won't have to do everything yourselves though,
right?
And,
yeah. The band's on the label that is on the label but never releases music. We don't want to be that. The artist who just sits at the bottom of the label and writes for the other artist.
That's not it.
It would have to be a situation where we have leverage. So, we've had opportunities to sign with labels and to do things, but we're just not at the point where we want to be right now to have enough leverage. We're pretty much at the mercy of anyone. We don't have a lot of leverage right now, but that's soon to change. It's changing every day. So.
Like we have more leverage for people that we don't want to be signed to, but like you know what I mean. But for the people we want to be signed for, we don't have enough leverage.
No. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
So like, regarding the music scene out here in Phoenix, speaking of top fives, we did top 5 NBA players. Who's you guys is like top 5 in local artists out here in Arizona?
Well,
tough question.
For me, I'm going.
Besides yourselves, you guys are definitely in the top 5. 100%.
Appreciate it. I'm
100%.
definitely
like obviously 100%. You guys are.
I'm definitely going Color 8. As far as rappers, I'm always gonna put Bungus up there. I'm always gonna put Damon Logan up there. I'm always gonna put De La Prime up there.
Yes, De La Prime, yeah.
Got to.
I interviewed him too. He's an awesome dude.
Yeah,
awesome dude.
Great dude.
Yeah, he's cool.
Great rapper.
Awesome dude.
Yeah.
I'm kind of slipping right now.
I mean, I like Davi Fresh a lot. I like King Dom a lot. Scoob, if you haven't heard Scoob is actually mad cold, bro. Man, Shrubhead.
I think Shrubhead is definitely one of the best rappers.
Listen,
just in general,
guys,
I think like
Snotty Man.
Snotty Man's good. I think Snotty Man, Shrub, and Bungus are like.
I'm glad you guys are saying this because it gives me an opportunity to
they're
check
like
these guys out.
Check
these guys out musically too.
Like incredible rappers. Like not even fuck the local thing. They're amazing.
They're cool.
Like they're amazing rappers. You know, so they eat, sleep, and breathe rap. They're phenomenal.
Absolutely, bro.
Absolutely.
Nice. And have you guys
Function Space 2? We perform with Emilio.
Yeah, Emilio definitely is in my top 5 for sure.
But like, let's not skip over Damon Logan. Jay did say Damon Logan. Like we can't gloss over Damon.
Damon's great.
Damon's nice.
Have you guys seen
a great rapper
any of them live?
I've seen every single one of them. I've seen every single one of them live. Yeah.
Actually, I haven't seen Davi live. I haven't seen Davi Fresh live, bro. But his content is that nigga got it, bro. He's
awesome.
Nice. And they have like these guys. They have their. I respect them because they're not Hollywood, dude. They're not. They have their footprint on the city. They have their hand on the city. They throw small shows. They connect with people. They are true to themselves. They don't switch up for anything, man. And I just respect the fuck out of that in general.
That's good. They're
that.
like super down to earth. They're
Yeah,
very
dude,
low-
and it's like even if they are doing something that you don't agree with, like they're gonna stick to it because like that's who they are. And I really love that about them. You know, they're never inconsistent. I know.
Hey, well, you know what? We'll cheers to that, guys.
Yeah.
We'll cheers to that. Hey, and cheers
Cheers
because
to
you guys are definitely in my top 5 for
Hell
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, cheers to that. Broken Skull, Stone Cold. And then we were talking about our top 5 wrestlers too. I mean, we could get into that all day. So.
It would have to be John Cena, Triple H.
Miles, did you say Jeff Hardy was in your top 5?
Oh yeah, man. Any
Yeah,
dude
yeah.
that jumps
As
off
he
the
should
top
be.
of a steel cage,
Rod
like,
Van Dam.
Yeah, Rob Van Dam. Rob
Yeah,
Van Dam, the RVD.
Hey, yo, hold up. Hey, we can't go without saying Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, Eddie
Guerrero.
Eddie's
Jay-
kind
Eddie's-
of my goat. I
yeah,
actually forgot
for
to mention,
sure.
but Eddie's pretty much.
What about Chavo Guerrero? No,
Chavo?
Bravo, yeah,
yeah,
the
you know,
tadpole splash.
Yeah,
the Three Amigos.
you know,
yeah.
Three Amigos.
Yeah.
Hey, Chavo.
Hey, Chavo, come on, man.
Chavo
Hey,
did
we
his
gotta
thing.
give
He
Chavo
tried.
He did his
respect.
thing,
He was
but-
like 85 overall in WWE SmackDown 2.
I would always look at the overalls on the
2007.
game.
And that was that high because he was at the top of the storyline, bro.
He was
Like,
not,
he was-
bro. He was never,
82?
never 85. I don't know if he was touching the 80.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna keep.
78 maybe.
He did his thing.
Barely
Come on, man. You're
not
talking like he was
reaching
Sheldon
80. Yeah, yeah.
Benjamin.
It's Chavo
Sheldon
Guerrero, bro.
Benjamin. He's still wrestling too. He's still wrestling.
Is he?
Yeah, Sheldon Benjamin. Yeah.
Is he really?
Oh, I like Kurt Angle.
They just don't show him
Oh,
on TV
yeah,
anymore.
Kurt
Yeah.
Angle was
Perk
that dude.
Angle?
Yeah, Perk Angle.
Remember it was Sheldon Benjamin, Kurt Angle, and Charlie Haas. They were like
Bro,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're a group.
Team
yeah.
Angle. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
Nah,
there's-
man. Wrestling was great, man. Jeff Hardy, Randy Orton, Edge, John Cena, and probably Kane.
Kane,
dude.
yes.
Yeah.
Kane.
Gotta have a big in there. Kane,
Over
bro.
Undertaker?
Yo, just it's something about
That's
the
one half
Hey,
of the Brothers of Destruction.
I like.
that.
I
pull
think
up
the
for
thing that
Undertaker,
makes
right?
it
Yeah,
about that gives me
Undertaker
Kane
my
over
top.
Undertaker,
Oh,
bro, is that Kane really only had like 2 personas. It was either mask on or mask off, and it was mask on for a long time. And as a kid, bro, like he terrorized the hell out of me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
I
it
feel
was.
that.
it
So
was
who did you
crazy.
prefer, like Kane with his mask on or off?
Mask on. Mask
Yeah,
on.
obviously
is
mask on.
crazy.
Mask on was a menace.
Kane
That was way
was
scarier
crazy.
than mask off.
Crazy.
Yeah,
But he
he
had
was
to get the
crazy.
brand. He had to get the marketing, bro. You can't just walk around with
Yeah.
a mask on forever.
I feel
For
like
sure.
when that movie dropped that he was in,
Casino
Evil.
Evil,
that was when the
Yeah.
mask off had to happen
Yep.
more.
Yeah.
Then you like go in
sure.
people's
Yeah,
eyes and like
yep.
just like rip their eye out.
I think he died by like landing on a nail. Like
Yeah,
it went through, it went,
yeah,
like, went through his eye or
ridiculous
something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. Yeah.
Well, did he? Because I thought they made a See No Evil 2.
They
They
probably
did make it. They probably did. WWE
He just comes
Films
back
was
like
making some
Jason.
Shit.
That's insane. Yeah, I don't.
Wasn't
I
there
thought
like
he died.
some? There was like some Taken John Cena movie.
Bro,
that
12
they-
rounds?
Oh,
that movie was elite, bro. No, 12 rounds and The Marine. Those are
The
like
Marine
two of
was
the best
the one.
WWE
was
ones
that
ever.
the one with Stone Cold? What was the one with Stone Cold was the lead actor?
Was it
and
12?
it came out
I
like
think it was.
It was like
'06
The
or some
Condemned
shit.
or something
The
like that. They were
Condemned,
like
yeah,
prisoners
yeah,
on the
yeah.
island fighting the
Hey,
Nazis.
cheers to
crazy,
Stone Cold
bro.
again.
That
Cheers to
was-
Stone Cold
yeah.
being in the Condemned. There you go.
Stone Cold.
Oh
The
shit.
Texas rattlesnake.
Yours is gone.
Uh-huh.
God
Damn, shot.
What the fuck? He's all shaking it like. Well, I mean, you
damn.
spilled half of it already on the.
Yeah, you spilled it.
Yeah,
When you
bro.
opened that shit, nigga shook that shit up and opened it.
Yeah, sure did. Thought you were Stone Cold for real.
Sorry, I'm like
Anyway.
swallowing it. Oh God. Okay, I'm like choking a little bit.
Huh?
Hey, you good? You good over there, fam?
I'm good. I'm good.
Come on, we need you.
No.
Yeah.
All right. So like, again, I want to like obviously thank you guys for being here. What is something you guys would like to talk about that I haven't touched on yet?
What do you want to touch?
Well, you know what I want to touch, Jay Reed.
What is?
We can. There's nothing that comes to mind for me. I come into these situations on your
Yeah.
whatever you want to talk about. I don't.
So like regarding, so is there anything you guys could tell us with your guys' next album that you guys are, your next project that you guys are working on right now?
Yeah. We've been working on it for honestly, man. What is this? Year 2? Year
This
two
is
and a
like,
half,
yeah.
3 almost. We got demos, man, from like 2019.
So the
bro.
whole
Oh, wow, so
time
it's
that
dope.
we've been releasing this other music, we've made all these other songs while still working on this project.
Mm-hmm.
And like honestly, it's like we've like worked on and scrapped it like 6 different times.
Yeah, we
So
got
this is
versions
something
of
that's
all
like
these
it,
songs.
it has to work out.
There were plenty of attempts at like trying to sit down and get this done like right, and we know how special the songs are that we've made in like the band format,
Yeah.
and we're not about to just settle and half-ass them, especially after this long. And there was something new, some kind of band drama, some kind of personal drama that would get in the mix that would stop it from just being as simple as getting the song done.
Yeah, every
But
time.
the thing is, it wasn't meant to be. The thing is, like, if we would have released this like 2 years ago, I think we'd kind of be
time.
we'd be up shit's creek
We would
right
be
now.
so
Timing's
pissed.
everything.
Listening
Yeah.
to it back, we'd be like, no, this could be so
we
much
would be
better.
up shit's creek right now. So like this is like perfect timing. Everything happens for a reason. And this album, you know, we're gonna go all out.
Great.
I can confidently say like we have not gone all out on, you know, on our projects as far as like everything. Yeah. This will be all out on everything. Like we're gonna, you know, I think we're breaking our foot off in this one. I'll say that.
I think that's the closest to like our full potential as we can, as we've gotten so far.
Yeah, even when you look at like our most recent project we released, like the deluxe version, most of that is just kind of like a compilation of the stuff we've been working on since Shy's been in the group, dude. Like
since 2016.
Like some of those songs are from like 2018, 19. Like some of those songs are like,
or at least the production, like
some of the production, the beats, and
no, for sure. There's the Mind beat is like I made that shit in like college. I made that shit so long ago. It wasn't funny. So
and then like when we're just like in a creative flow, we run through the beats and stuff we have, and we're done working on something. I'm like, wait a minute, what's that?
Right.
Or I'll write to it in the moment, and then like, hey, let's change that into this or this, that, and the other.
It's more a mixtape, and I think The World Is Yours. We didn't put a lot into it, and then it became so much more special than I think any of us thought it was going to be.
For sure.
That project is when we released it, it was supposed to be like, let this hold us over.
Yeah.
Here y'all go.
Not to say it was like a throwaway project, but it was kind of like a bridge, like a bridge project.
Yeah. You know, like you get the bridge quarterback for one season. That was the world.
That
was the world is yours. You know, that was
Teddy Bridgewater.
But
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, but when we did release it, it became a Holmes, bro. It like developed in the off season for some reason. It was just like I love that album. I think that's like some of our best work, though. You know,
The World Is Yours album.
Yeah, I think
great album. Yeah, we listened to it like a couple times actually.
It's honestly because of you guys that I even feel this way, because like when we released it and I came to you guys' crib, you guys
was it during the party?
Yeah, and you guys were just like, bro, and I'm just like, bro. Really? You know, and that kind of like that started everything. And I feel like from that moment, like it kind of just snowballed into like a way bigger project than we ever anticipated. Like we're just barely gonna get like physicals. We're barely making merch for it just because like we never anticipated for it to be this big or to be this popular or to be this well loved. So we were kind of like, here, take this. We're gonna go work on this other project. But now we gotta like actually like we have labels calling us. We have marketing groups calling us. We have our email is packed. Like our messages are going off the fucking hook. Like, we're added to over I think like 1,500 playlists. Yeah. It's like you can't predict that shit. Dude. Like that's shit. Like you can't pay for that. You can't predict that shit.
That shit you dream of, bro. Like, and then even when you dream of it, you don't dream of it like at that capacity. Like,
especially when you like, we really did not care when we put it. We did not. As bad as that sounds, we just didn't.
Yeah.
We
like this. We undersold
ourselves. Like, we undersold ourselves. I'll say like that. We undersold ourselves.
You guys are happy, obviously, with the.
I love the project, and I listened to it from top to bottom. I'm just like, bro, this is phenomenal. I can't believe that we ever tried to.
Well, it's crazy, bro. Because ever since we released that project, man, I've had people like come into my job and they're like, "Yo, I feel like I know you. You're and I'm like, yeah, I do music. My group's Prime. They're like Prime Society, bro. I've heard of you. I've seen you guys on blah blah. Or I've heard your song. I saw your thing on this playlist. Or bro, I had people come into my job like, yo, man, I turned on your album, bro, and I tried to listen to one song, bro, and I listened to things from Stranger all the way through Outkast, bro. Like, and I can't stop. So I just play one song and I listen to 4, and then I change your album. Like, it's like, so it's one of those things, bro. You can't even dream of something like this, bro. Like,
what do you think out of any of the songs on the album, which song connects to people the most? Do you think?
Man, I mean, I can say like.
Paradise is a great one.
Yeah, like
it would have to be. I mean, it would have. Paradise is the obvious answer, right?
But one thing that like has stuck with me since our New Year's show that we just did, I was so shocked at how many people were singing along to After Dark when we performed that. I think that was like one of the first, if not the second time that we performed that live ever.
Yeah.
So like to see people in the crowd performing that one and singing along with me on that one was really cool.
Yeah, I mean, people were singing our fucking songs and we're like, huh,
yeah,
this is weird. Like we did, like I said, we did a bunch of shows. No one knew us. Nothing stuck. So it's really cool, you know, when we put some shit out, we go perform it.
Especially
we don't
when you've been on the
expect
stage
anything.
and niggas throw candy at you to go from
Yeah.
that to that.
I know from that to that.
It's-
It's big difference. Yeah.
It's amazing, you know. I think After Dark, that's a good one. Paradise is the easy answer, but from what I hear, it's Outkast.
Outkast. For
Outkast.
sure.
Yeah, from what I hear,
That is
it's
a great
Outkast
song, yeah.
that really
Yeah,
resonates
man.
with people.
Yeah.
For me, my favorite track is Distant. I think
Distant?
that's my favorite track. Yeah.
Do you guys each have like a personal favorite track on the album?
It's Distant and After Dark for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I like Outkast a lot.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that song since Emmett first came to us with it. Like
Yeah.
I wanted to get that one on the project.
That's fire.
That song gave us hell to gave me hell to produce.
Absolutely.
So like
Oh yeah, that was another production.
yeah, that was like
Yeah.
you know.
I like The World Is Yours and Stranger, bro. I think it was really good. I enjoy Stranger a lot. It was really good putting Juan on a track, hearing Juan get out from behind those keys, man. That was nice.
Nice, yeah. And is there a song that you guys are working on now for the new album that you guys are digging?
My favorite song is Coffin. I don't think that will change. But that's my favorite song.
I'm excited to finally get a version of Embers out. That one is like one of our babies for sure. So for that song to finally be out, and like people have been like begging us for that
Dude,
song.
for years.
Like, people have been like threatening violence on us for not getting that song out. So that one will be pretty cool. I'm excited for that one a lot. There was another one that was kind of like we weren't like fully invested in that one either. Let Me Find Out.
That
one
I
out
think that
great.
might be the
Burning
first
Man.
one. That might be the first one. Yeah, when we did Burning Man.
That was
And we
the
started playing
where
Let Me
we
Find
were
Out.
like, holy shit. Okay, well let's keep this one then.
We played it one time, just like fuck it, we have enough time. Let's play Let Me Find Out. So we play it, and fucking
Weren't people rushing
Bro,
to say
it was insane,
Bro.
Yeah, it was
Like,
insane.
what
So-
the fuck?
Dude, like I think we were at like a little T-bar. Like we might have been at like a T-bar and we were sitting there. Somebody asked us to play like some set of you know, whatever. We pulled up, we played, and we were like, fuck it, let's just play Let Me Find Out, bro. We haven't played it in some months, whatever, like play it. It was on the fucking cusp of us like dropping it or keeping it. Bro, we played it and these people started filling the area and we're like, holy shit, not just filling the area, bro. They started like dancing, bro. And I'm talking like full on grooving, grabbing people,
Grab a
picking
partner,
people up.
like, spinning
Then,
circles,
bro,
they
I'm
were
sitting
not
here
playing.
like,
It was
yo,
amazing.
this
It was
this
amazing.
shit is a bop, bro. And we're about to throw this shit in the trash. Like,
so that happened. We went from one place doing that, and we immediately went to a different camp and played again. And we're just on our bikes, you know, like when you're kids, you're just mobbing on your bikes. And there's a mob of people riding their bikes with us, so they can go hear us at the next place.
That is
So we go
insane.
to
Wow.
the next spot, and there's no one in there, and we start playing. And the people
Pack
come,
that bitch
and then
out,
we
bro.
leave there, and we do that again, and then then there's more people following us,
Yeah.
and then we just promote the shows that we have.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
have
that
the
carried
shows
over
the
to the
next
rest of the
day,
week.
and then there's all these people that fucking
Packed,
show up.
man.
It was like
Burning Man was crazy.
it was an incredible experience.
I don't know.
It was
man.
the most I think satisfying experience I've had as a musician, like knowing that
Wow.
there
So
was
it
people
was,
from every nook and cranny of the universe, bro. Like
Yeah.
our neighbor in Burning Man was from
places
Brazil.
I never thought I would. Yeah.
I'm
Brazil, wow.
I'm
Hey,
friends.
shouts out to Bahawe from
Bahawe.
Indonesia.
Shouts out to Bahawe.
Shouts out to Bahawe, bro.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Bahawe. Yeah, I made Claire. She's like the best friend that I made from Burning Man. She lives in fucking Paris, bro. So it's like
God.
there's people from everywhere, and no one from Phoenix. There's people.
It's in Phoenix, but no one's from Phoenix. No,
Bro,
no.
there's people from
No
Colombia,
Arizona locals, bro,
from
for sure.
everywhere. Most of our camp was from British Columbia, Canada.
Yeah,
yeah.
they drove from
and
BC.
and that was the coolest thing, that everyone from everywhere was like, "You guys are fucking sick," and we're like.
Yeah.
Oh, people in Phoenix don't even
insane.
give
Yeah,
us
they
this
don't
kind of
fuck
love.
Bro, they
It's
walk
like
by
this
us on the
at
street
home.
and they're like,
Like, these niggas, like,
Yeah, so it was.
bro. They like stopped what they were doing midday to like ride their bikes a quarter mile to make sure they could see us. Like,
So
That is crazy.
When
Wow.
when we performed on the main stage to the Playa, like I think it was like one of our last performances. After our last song, there were people like running up to the stage just to like dap hands with these dudes,
That
talking
is
about
crazy.
you've changed Burning Man forever. I'm like, yo, relax.
Yo,
I'm like, yo, like this is just it's insane. Like, and then you know people are coming to our RV, you know. Hey, you guys got to play over here. I'm like, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? It's like, hey,
Yeah.
are you guys Prime Society? I heard you guys are here. You guys should go over to 29 and 230 and A and go play
Yeah.
at 2:00 today. We're serving hot dogs or whatever.
this place was massive. Like,
Swear to
whatever
God.
he just said, that was like a 3-mile bike.
yeah,
Like this place was
yeah,
like massive.
Yeah,
like
insane.
even thinking about it now, I can't wrap my head
It's
around like
overwhelming.
how
Yeah.
like
Probably one of your guys' favorite
Yeah, bro.
performances.
oh for sure
yeah.
like that was like
Hey,
that not
that
even just
beat
on a
everything.
performance standpoint.
Bro.
That's like life wise.
We're battle tested.
Impactful
Wow.
things I've ever done.
I'm
So
a
you guys
change-
are gonna remember that.
I'm
We
a
almost
changed
died
person.
in a
Yeah.
fucking sandstorm out there. Like it was ridiculous.
Burning Man changed
Wow.
me.
Yeah,
I'm a
man.
changed person. I will be changed for the rest of
Yeah,
my life.
bro. It was
because
crazy, man.
You learn about yourself out there for
Yeah.
sure.
I'll be changed for
That's
the rest
awesome.
of my life. I
Well,
will never
shit,
be the
man.
same.
There's this dude who like he was like, yeah, man, this is like my 21st Burning Man, and I've never heard anything on you guys like on the playa like you guys' music before. Like you guys really are the first of your kind out here. This is amazing. Like, bro, dude pulled up to the shit. I was outside cleaning the RV, bro. This dude pulled up at like 6:30 in the morning. Was like, I've been up all night. Thinking about you.
How that make you feel?
Shouts out my man Frogger. He said, yo, he came up to me, bro. Swear to God, bro. I'll never forget this shit, bro. He came up to me. He said, I thought about your song all night. He came up. He said, too hot. Can you cool me down? I said, yeah. He said, too hot. Can you cool me down? And I stood there, and I had a love that was too hot. And I wondered, could she cool me down? And I said, maybe we do have a reach.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, bro. Like,
it was amazing. We got to there was like the California Honey Drops. They're a pretty big band. They're on tour right now.
Yeah.
we played the same night as them, and even they're like coming out of their RV and they're like, the fuck are these guys? And they're like, y'all got something. I'm like, okay, that's cool. We played with Jason Mraz's band same night as them, and even they're just like, who the fuck are you guys? I had never heard of you guys. And it's like,
to begin this kind of props from like certified musicians,
bro,
Hey, man,
certified fucking
fuck
musicians.
playing on the same night as them, bro. We played on the same stage as them, bro. Jay
go.
was up there playing the bass. Shy was up there singing, bro. And they sitting here back in Prime Society, bro. You know what I mean? Like Jason Mraz's band, like
Nothing
California
like it.
Honey Drop, sitting there backing us, bro.
They're
and they
amazing.
asking us to do it. You know,
They're
It's
amazing,
insane,
bro. And like to play with musicians like on that level that aren't
I'm
your
sure that meant a
hometown-
lot for
Dude,
like, you
it
guys.
huge.
Yeah, it
Well,
meant a lot.
it's one of those
humongous.
things, bro, that like made us come back home and be like, look, man, like let's just put our head down. Fuck how everybody else is looking at us out here, bro, in Phoenix. Like it really doesn't matter. Your opinion doesn't matter. It's minuscule, bro. This world is so much bigger. There's people
a lot
from
of validation
every
came
corner
from
of the world
Yeah.
that fuck
I
with us.
feel like
bro.
because we're from here, people just take us for
granted, man.
Not
Well, it's
not
so
in a
underrated
big,
out here, though,
yeah,
too.
Not in a
and not
big
in a
head,
disrespectful
not
way.
in a
like-
big head type of way, but like fools grew up with us, so it's like they feel like they can either come to this show or they'll come to the next show.
Exactly.
That's just some guy.
Oh,
not
oh,
staying
oh,
over
be
there.
here.
that's just
Yeah.
Shy
It's
and
like-
Jordan Miles, whatever. But like when we went out there and just fucking just showed up, it's like a cold call, man. Like someone calling you selling a product.
I
dude.
feel like a lot of people take the music scene out here for granted.
They do.
Like,
I mean,
it's
that's
very
why, that's
underrated.
why
A lot of
we
people
got
aren't
it.
even
That's
aware
why
of
we
it.
have
Yeah,
to
yeah,
debate
it's
for our
crazy.
pay.
For sure.
That's why we got to fight for our pay so hard,
Literally,
man, because
yeah.
they take it for granted, bro.
And so, like, you guys have obviously accomplished a lot in your tenure being a band.
Yeah.
Is there anything like that you guys could say to like people that are starting to do music, who want to do live shows that haven't done it yet? Like, what can you guys say to those types of people?
The only thing I could say is just stick with it. Like, I don't know anything else to say because I always thought that I was amazing, and then I listen back to some of the shit that I did, and it's not so amazing. So it's like you just have to think that you are, and then eventually you're gonna get there. But you got to work to get there. It doesn't come easy. It's not gonna come overnight. I always say there's no room for self-doubt. If you doubt yourself for a second, then other people are gonna doubt you. There's no room for that shit at all.
It takes time. It
You
definitely
cannot
takes time.
doubt yourself
does.
for a second. There's no room for that. Work as hard as you can. Work so hard you can't think about anything else. That's what I do. I work so hard. I don't even have time to think
You
about
gotta
the past.
believe, eat and breathe.
Yep.
You gotta be about
Yep.
it. For sure.
Yep.
Be
I
about
don't.
it,
I don't.
yeah.
I don't think
For
about.
sure.
I don't think about what's gonna happen tomorrow. I don't think about the future in 10 years. I don't think about the past. I work. I get up. I grind every single day. So I don't even have to think about that shit. And I just work. I just respect the fucking process. And it pays off. We've gone through so many different phases, and we're here. So like, and this
You
may
guys
not
are
be
amazing.
this may not be the last phase. And like, the future is ours. The world is ours.
The
you know?
world is yours.
Boom.
That's
The
my advice. The
world
world
is
is yours.
yours.
The world is yours. That's my advice. The world is
bro.
yours. Just
Well, yeah.
trust the process.
I want to say thank you guys a lot. This is
Shake it up. Shake it up, brother. Shake it up, brother.
This is my first time being in a setting like this, and I'm glad that you guys were my first guests on this setting.
It's just some real ones having a conversation.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely,
Nothing to be
bro.
nervous about.
I gotta,
yeah, it
I
was
gotta tell
great.
you something.
What's up?
I love you, bro.
Hey, you know what? I love you too. Yeah. And when I asked you, you know what I want to touch, I think you knew what I meant.
Hey, yo.
Your heart, bro.
His heart. That's
Your
exactly
heart.
his heart. His
You
heart.
touched my heart.
I
My
hope
heart is
I touched
touched.
your heart during this interview.
You did.
And I love that sweater, by the way.
Thank you. Shout out to the Yotes.
Yes. And hey,
Shout
I
out
want
to
to
the Yotes.
thank you too for letting us do this. And I know like we literally met like 3 weeks ago in December, right before the new year. So yeah, so this was all
thank you.
brewing.
Appreciate it. Beautiful
Thank you.
space.
Shout out
Thank
to
you
you,
so
bro.
much.
This is all
Thank you for
brewing.
allowing us to be here and for having us.
Honored, honestly.
First, I
Thank
want to cheers to you guys.
Yes.
Hey,
Let's
First,
cheers.
I want to cheers to you guys, and you guys are gonna continue your success hella, like hella. And I'm looking forward. When I first met you guys, before we had this, when I first met you guys 3 years ago, you guys have grown so much since then. It's been
Thank you.
amazing, like coming to your guys' shows throughout that time. Like you guys are always amazing live. Every time I've seen you guys perform live,
Thank you.
so fucking amazing. Yeah. So like,
That's love, bro.
yeah,
Appreciate
and like
that.
people that haven't seen you guys live yet, fucking see them live. Go to their show, check them out.
Come see your fucking boys.
on.
Yeah, come see your boys.
See your boys, yeah.
Come see your fucking boys.
You ain't gonna
And
see
check
nothing
out
better.
check out
They
their
can
album.
bring
It's
you up,
out
right?
everywhere. Check out their album.
Everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music,
Yeah.
YouTube,
Deezer.
Yeah,
I don't even know what that shit is.
what?
That's
Datpiff.com.
crazy.
everywhere. It's everywhere. Yeah,
Shit.
I put that shit on Reddit.
Hiding
yeah
new
on Reddit.
hip-hop.
Yeah, OnlyFans maybe.
Shit.
Pornhub.
Porn. Oh,
Hey.
we're getting straight to it.
'Cause that
Okay,
shit's
porn.
sexy.
For the people.
And cheers to Martin. I know you do a lot, so I want to cheers to you too. There you go. Thanks for coming on, guys. Really
Yes, sir.
appreciate it. Yeah. There you go.